Jeff Bezos' unhappy love that cost him billions. Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott were married for 25 years. They met when Scott interviewed for a job at D.E. Shaw & Co. Bezos was the senior vice president of the company. He offered Scott the job of research associate. Scott spoke of her first attraction to Bezos.
My office was next door to his, and all day long, I listened to that fabulous laugh. How could you not fall in love with that laugh?
Bezos described her as resourceful, smart, and brainy. Scott made the first move on by asking him out to lunch. 3 months later, they were engaged. After 3 more months, they got married. They moved to a 1-bedroom rental in Seattle. There, Scott helped Bezos to start Amazon. She said,
I was there when he wrote the business plan, and I worked with him and many others represented in the converted garage, the basement warehouse closet, the barbecue-scented offices, the Christmas rush distribution centers, and the door-desk-filled conference rooms in the early years of Amazon's history.
Scott became one of Amazon's first employees. Bezos offered her an accountancy role. Most of Bezos' wealth comes from his ownership in Amazon. The company is now valued at about $890 billion. His annual salary of $81,840 has not budged since 1998. Bezos personally owns the Washington Post. He purchased it for $250 million in 2013. In 2000, he founded Blue Origin, a space travel company. He invests about $1 billion every year in its development. He and Scott tried to keep their family as normal as possible. Scott would drive their 4 kids to school herself. She then dropped Bezos off at work. The end of their marriage came as a shock. The divorce was announced in January 2019. They intended to remain friends. Bezos said,
If we had known we would separate after 25 years, we would do it all again.
Soon it was reported Bezos had been dating Lauren Sanchez. She was married to Patrick Whitesell at the time. Sanchez shares 2 children with Whitesell. Their family has been firm friends with Bezos' family. Whitesell reportedly introduced Sanchez to him. The Inquirer leaked a series of texts Bezos sent Sanchez. Bezos launched a private investigation. A month later, he alleged the Inquirer was blackmailing him. They threatened to release his nude photos unless he ended the investigation. Bezos and Scott finalized their divorce in April 2019. The same month, Lauren and Patrick ended their marriage. Scott got $35 billion of his $131 billion wealth. She received 25% of Bezos' stake in Amazon. She's become one of Amazon's biggest shareholders. She's promised to give away at least half of her fortune. Scott handed over voting control of her shares to Bezos. She gave up her stakes in Blue Origin and the Washington Post. The divorce became one of the most expensive in history. Bezos and Sanchez are now engaged. He proposed to her in 2023 on board his $500 million yacht. Even after the divorce, Bezos is one of the richest people. His current net worth is $198.7 billion.